Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius July 9, 2022. In order to keep everything in balance today, you may need to be honest and blunt about someone's fanciful notion of the situation. Feel free to burst the bubble of someone's ego. It might not be in your nature to want to make waves at this time, but more than likely, this sort of action will be for the betterment of all. No one can argue with the truth, so feel free to announce it to the world. You might be in the mood to do some traveling today with your romantic partner. It's a good day for a quest of some sort. If you want to go out of town, you might enjoy a day trip somewhere. If you're currently single, the romantic, upbeat energy of the day could lend itself to inviting a friend out with you. Don't be shy about creating a special time with someone new who attracts you. You might find that you are stirred up about something. Maybe you feel that a coworker is being mistreated on the job. Or perhaps you are involved with a political issue that inspires your passions. You might even be trying to improve things for your community through some activism. Whatever your goals, you'll find it exciting to pursue them directly. Dare to speak up and to have your voice heard. Change, even when it is for the better, can still sometimes be hard. It seems to be taking you a while to adjust to your recent professional good fortune. Your new job means a lot of increased responsibility. As excited as you are about the challenge, and certainly the extra money will come in handy, you can't quite shake your worry that you won't succeed. Just chalk these feelings up to cold feet. You'll get over your jitters soon enough. To put it mildly, you are somewhat overwhelmed with what is expected of you. There are frequent misunderstandings, especially with relatives and friends. To avoid making the tense situation worse, refrain from acting in the heat of the moment. You need a great deal of time and patience for talking things over to clear matters up. You have one idea, you know who has another. Even though this isn't exactly a romance yet, you still might want to treat it as one. Every relationship requires some degree of compromise. You come under intense scrutiny and react badly to criticism you might receive from people you care about most. Emotional outbursts lead you to say things you later regret. It is probably best if you try and remove yourself from any tense situation to a quiet place where you're able to reflect on how you feel. A letter or phone call concerning potential positive changes in your financial situation might have your mind buzzing over possibilities for your future. You might be a bit worried over whether or not you'll be able to make the most of this break, but your innate practicality should enable you to face it in an objective, efficient way. So there's no need to worry. Give it some thought, and make your decision when it all comes through. You'll be more willing to break from routine on this day. And this can do you a world of good. This will be especially true if you are often required to work within a strict and structured format. If you don't get a chance to reach beyond this, your life can become terribly dull. This vibration can see you in a bolder and more daring frame of mind. Go on out and try something outside of the norm and enjoy yourself. It is likely that you will succeed at whatever you set out to accomplish today. If you have been held back by worries over the integrity of a relationship or the long-term prospects of a partnership, you can dispel those concerns today by confronting the person directly. You just may find that she was having the same feelings about you. Openness and honesty are the key words for today, use them liberally. 3 days after Mars left your relationship sector, Jupiter moves into his final 3 weeks in direct motion here. This comes just as the Moon's monthly visit to Libra has seen it clash with the remaining planets in your relationship sector, just as all three are slowing down and within 21 days will all be in retrograde motion. The Moon will leave you with a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you, just as the relationship gods prepare to open the doors to the past. While Mars' departure from your relationship sector 3 days ago has taken away the urgency, over the next 21 days the remaining 3 planets will all turn retrograde. With all 3 slowing down, the brakes have come on, and this is making it easier to relax into the journey and at the same time, harder to sweat the small stuff. Our eyes in the sky. Today's waxing crescent moon in Libra aspects Neptune and Pluto. Neptune's energy can confuse emotions and situations by making us turn a blind eye to critical matters. It can also mark a creatively fluid time. The moon opposing Pluto threatens our sense of security. Times are changing, and it's time to make a move to evolve. But don't just lean into a different vibe and blindly leap forward. On a bad day, Pluto can bring out power struggles and triangular relationships. Note that love triangle doesn't necessarily mean that a third party is involved in a personal relationship. It can also mean that things like religious issues or a desire for professional acclaim and fame can stand between you and a partner. Power struggles are common with a Moon-Pluto opposition. The need to always be right and in control can cause arguments. Pluto in Capricorn opposing the Moon in Libra can add obsession and heaviness to relationships and projects. The Moon enters Leo this evening, changing the flow of energy and offering a much-needed breath of fresh air for everyone. Before dawn, the Libra Moon creates a trine to Neptune in Pisces, stimulating sensitivities. Following our intuition can lead to a magical endpoint, but because the trine is an easy aspect, we might be content to idly daydream, rather than journeying down a rabbit hole of esoteric hunches. Creative and artistic practices will especially benefit from this influence, and we will be especially receptive to music and color. We are also supported in learning more about our friends' dreams. Doing so might inspire us to back their causes and support their visions. After sunup, the Moon opposes Pluto, a transit that can cause our emotions to vacillate. We might perceive that our safety is at risk, perhaps due to a tenuous financial matter or a crisis of resources. In responding reactively to this perception, we make choices that are not in our best interest, as it is nearly impossible to make informed, considerate decisions from a place of stress and fear. The Moon begins its void of course following this aspect, which will last until the late afternoon. During this time, seek stillness, even if it is uncomfortable. The realization of the issue itself is the important piece here. When we have calmed down and can assess the situation rationally, we will make better moves. Indeed, we may be able to solve this problem handily with a few smart adjustments.